Hey lords and ladies, welcome back to Whispers of a Machine with me, Cornish-Knight, as we continue our investigations. So, tonight's murder. Last episode we had the recycling director basically getting murdered and we're having to investigate it. We're still investigating the conduit. So, we know that they were sighted, she was sighted.
A photo of Katerina, dated a few months back.
By the scrap heap. We have the murder weapon. We know she's also the school teacher, but she's vanished. So we need to go hunt her down. We can also get into the museum now and have a look around at everything, which we should probably do. Because there are lots of things to click on.
This facility has been deemed compliant with the Third Decree, 12th Amendment, on November 4th, 79 AR. Path of the Pilgrim. Kind of an odd name for an exhibition about the collapse. That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Got to remember this person was a cultist.
It's hard to think that most people had several of these in their homes once upon a time. It shows various star constellations. Apparently the ones we planned to explore with some incredible new rocket engine that they were about to finish when the collapse happened. The collapse occurred on what we now refer to as Year Zero AR, Anno Reducto, Year of the Collapse. During this time, AI was involved intimately in every part of our lives. The typical family could not be sustained without it for more than a few weeks. A coalition of anti-technology, anti-globalist, and religious movements, referred to as the Human Wave, reached a critical mass due to a series of AI incidents across the globe. A growing fear of the singularity, mainly proposed by Voice for Human Progress, VFHP, was a contributing factor, as were proven hardware faults in widespread robotics across the globe. On June 2nd, the Third Decree UN resolution was passed, declaring that all AI was scheduled to be discontinued over a course of 10 years. An observant reader may notice that this definition is different from the Third Decree we live by today, wherein CPUs are completely outlawed. This is because the Third Decree has been amended 12 times. However, the phasing out period for AI did not proceed as planned, and we now enter an era in which there are large holes in our historical records. But we do know that there was a massive worldwide blackout, rendering most computer chips and processors in the world unusable. Contemporary scholars have theorized about what exactly caused this sudden change. If it was a deliberate large-scale attack, an unintended consequence of the ongoing shutdowns, or if there could be natural causes, such as solar flares. The evidence is scarce, and the lack of global communication and infrastructure, not to mention the struggle for daily survival, has made truth-seeking in this matter extraordinarily difficult. Regardless, the end result was clear. From that day, the old world was no more. In the dark, we took our first stumbling steps as truly free humans, surrounded by our mountains of dead machines.
I mean, the blackout could be EMP. That's a likely possibility.
Due to the Third Decree, AI today is practically non-existent outside sanctioned laboratory conditions. Fringe terrorist groups such as the Conduit and N Protocol, EP, still try to resurrect AI, but have been successfully fought and nearly wiped out by authorities. Critics of the nanosubstance Blue claim that despite it lacking CPUs, it is a form of intelligent neural network warranted to be included in the Third Decree. Defenders of Blue tend to cite the Fourth Amendment, where transhumanism efforts in the form of human augmentation are declared legal. However, the Fourth Amendment was written before the discovery of Blue, when primitive mechanical and cybernetic implants were the only options for human augmentation. The Human Wave was a loose affiliation of political and religious movements with the supreme goal of eradicating AI. It is widely considered to be the largest single cause of the collapse. Post-collapse, the movement continued its activities to some extent up to 4AR, but gradually lost its ability to maintain any larger operations due to the extensive deglobalization. Over time, the subgroups of the human wave splintered back into their original factions. Some, having accomplished their goals, ceased to exist completely. Others, like the Church of Epos, Earth Preservation Orthodox Society, were formed to find a new place in a post-collapse world. A regeneration pod kept people healthy and energetic. No idea what this is. Must have been some kind of local thing. I remember reading about some military experiment gone haywire in these parts. Maybe this is it. I'm pretty sure these were flown autonomously, and that some famous world leader got killed by hackers who took control of her vehicle. A terrorist group claimed responsibility, and there was a bloody civil war. Looks like this is modeled from how the world looked pre-collapse. There's no crack caused by the Hyperloop failure, and the crater field is nowhere to be seen. Looks like this is modeled from how the world looked pre-collapse. Wow, this thing must have been fearsome back in the day.
Okay. So there's obviously something in the museum.
I don't see how those things work.
Maybe you had to press the buttons in order. I don't know. Anyway. I think that's pointing to that.
No idea what this is. Must have been so.
Okay. There's nothing else we can discern from here. Let's talk to the worker again.
Hi there. I see that there's been some progress with the fallen power line.
Yep. Feel free to head in now.
Already did. Thanks.
Okay. Let's head to the tower edge. To the town square. So from the sounds of it, you basically had a societal collapse of some description. No one saw what it is, people blame AI, that kind of thing. Could be a whole bunch of things, could be EMP brought society to collapse. Okay. So you were seen at the junk heap.
Not sure where that door leads.
Hey, you wanna go do something? I'm tired. Let's just hang out.
You wouldn't be tired if you ate breakfast.
What are you, my dad? I feel sick in the morning. Shut up.
Whatever.
I don't see how the...
Let's go and talk to these kids.
Hey, kids.
Hey.
Theo, that's the lady that Miss M...
Shut up, Alicia.
Now, wait a minute. Alicia, is it? You know Miss M?
Of course we do, ma'am. We're kids. She's our teacher.
Yeah, we just know her from school and stuff.
Right, so you haven't seen Miss M around today, have you?
Nope.
Well, I have a few questions for you.
Let's ask about the conduit.
I doubt these kids know anything about that. So, Katerina is your teacher, right?
Nuh-uh. Our teacher's name is Melinda, but she prefers Miss M.
You know, I need to find Miss M really badly. Do you know where she would go if she was ever in trouble?
I don't know.
We have no idea, ma'am.
I think you know more. Now would be the time to tell me, before you get into trouble.
There's nothing to say, lady.
But Theo,
Alicia, chill. We haven't done anything wrong.
I guess.
I don't need to show them that. No, I don't want to scare them. Do you know what happened yesterday to a man named Carl?
My friend told me that somebody murdered him with a knife. I bet it was totally gross.
I bet you wouldn't say that if you saw it for real, Theo. You'd just be sad.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, huh? Just like when we found that dead bird.
Shut up. That was different.
Do you know what happened in the museum last week?
Miss M told us in school. She almost cried. I could see tears in her eyes.
My mom was totally freaked out that day. She had to work late again.
She does that a lot? What does she do?
She's the mayor. Every time something bad happens, she has to go and talk to the council.
Do you know what happened in the recycling center today?
Did somebody get hurt? My mom said it wouldn't happen again. They would get help from the city to get the bad guys.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the help.
Wow, they sent a girl?
Stop it, Theo. You always say stupid things and get us in trouble.
Do you guys know Volter?
Yeah, he's the best. Nisa is my favorite. Mom even made a cute hat for him once.
Yeah, and then Nissa said it looked like an old carpet had made some poo-poo. He's so funny.
Do you know Leonard Dahl?
Who?
He was... Never mind. It doesn't matter. What do you guys think of Dr. Pearson?
He's kind of weird, but nice. Every time I see him, he teaches me something new about the human body.
Yeah, he fixed my broken arm too. It's totally fine now. Look!
Oh, seems to have healed up nicely. What happened?
It totally wasn't my fault. I liked climbing and went up my favorite path in the junk heap. But somebody had messed it up, so I slipped.
Ouch. Better be more careful.
Yeah, I know.
So, did you guys ever hang out with Maya Strand?
Hang out? No way. She didn't really like kids.
She liked me sorta, but this one time, she got real angry with Alicia.
Oh yeah? Why?
I just wanted to try all her stupid stuff.
Alicia was like running around and pressing all the buttons, and Maya totally freaked out.
That sucked. I was just messing around and she started yelling at me.
Yeah, Maya used to be fun. When we were little, she'd talk about history and stuff.
Now she only talks to herself, like a crazy lady.
Not anymore. She's dead, Allie.
Okay, whatever. Sorry, I guess.
Do you know who Stina Ruth is?
Yeah, she works with my mom. Stina is pretty cool. I like how she doesn't treat me like a kid.
I see. How does your mom like working with Stina?
I know they fight sometimes, but Mom says that's why she likes having Stina around. She doesn't like people who always agree.
Sounds like a good quality in a leader.
I guess.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
He's okay, I guess. He came by the school once and talked about catching criminals and stuff.
Yeah, that was fun. It sucks that there's no women in our police station, though.
I noticed. But it's not like that in most places. In the city, it's almost 50-50.
Really? Do you think I could be in the police one day? Like you?
Sure, kid. Nothing's stopping you.
Ha! When I become a policewoman, I'll arrest you all the time, Theo.
Oh, dream on!
Do you guys know Gabriel?
Yeah, he's a cop, but he doesn't have a gun like you do.
Policemen should have guns. My dad has like 4 of them, and he's just a baker, not a policeman.
Hey, can I hold your gun, lady?
In your dreams, kiddo. That's all I need, kids.
Okay, bye!
See ya.
I've got some more questions for you two.
Okay.
Fine.
No need. I'm sure they know who Katerina is. That's all I need, kids.
Okay, bye!
See ya.
Okay, let's go to the junk heap. Something about his favourite path being... disturbed. I actually should probably go back and scan.
Allie, feeling rested yet?
Not really.
Okay. We have his boot prints. Nothing there.
Old shipping containers, neatly stacked. They look fairly intact. Maybe this area used to be a loading dock, and they precede the junk heap itself. Cute outfit. Must have taken forever to knit. Old pre-collapse cars, likely stripped of all usable parts at this point. Old pre-collapse cars, likely stripped of all usable parts at this point. A refrigerator. I don't really feel like opening it, for my nose's sake. I'm surprised I haven't seen many bicycles around. Should be a good mode of transportation around Nordsund. A big old combustion engine exhaust. You don't see many of those around these days.
Okay. Let's try his...
That
kit.
action doesn't seem pretty. I don't think extra strength helps there. I don't think... That combination makes no sense.
We know that she's hiding somewhere in... Like, she came here somewhere.
I don't see how the...
Okay.
Maybe later. I don't feel an urge for a coffee break right now. Doesn't look functional. There's probably a staircase somewhere. Not sure what happened here, but it looks like old damage. Somebody swept up the glass on the outside, but didn't bother with actually repairing the windows. I think that leads to a church of some kind. No reason to go up there at the moment.
Okay, so this is pointless to go in. Okay. Let's see if she's returned to the apartment.
There's that red light again. Something must be wrong.
Let's go help.
Oh, the tank is nearly out of nutrients. I should keep an eye out for a replacement canister.
Okay. Okay. We know that C was doing something with mushrooms. In the museum. Okay. There were no quarters.
Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients. I don't think this is the nutrient canister I'm looking for. The receptacle on the womb tank was much smaller. This looks like some kind of dispenser, though. So if I find the right container, I might be able to refill it here.
Okay. Since the museum is opened up, it might have something to do with something in here.
I don't see how the...
She said she got angry when they ran around pressing all the buttons.
That action doesn't seem productive. That action doesn't...
Oh, what are we supposed to do? Okay. Hitting that and it's pointing at this. So we press this button maybe? And that one? Okay, what are we supposed to do here? I'm at a loss.
I need to find a replacement canister for the womb tank in the apartment.
It must have something to do with this.
It shows various star constellations.
I might just... I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Like, this is one of those annoying puzzles where I'm not quite sure what we're meant to do. So we don't have any hints.
It's the key I found in the recycling center. Likely belonged to Leonard.
Like, where does Leonard live? Let's go back to the police station and try and figure out, like, where he lived. Let's grab a coffee.
A thermos.
Okay.
It's a map of Nordsund. Looks like the center of the disk is hollow. Curious.
Yeah, let's see where his apartment is.
I don't think I need to look him up.
What do you... Well, we do need to look him up. He's dead.
I don't need to look that up.
Like, where? Okay, I'm just gonna have to have a look for a hint about how we do this because the game's not being clear enough. Hold on. Okay. I tried to find something with hints, and it just literally said talk to the children. So we know when we talk to the children, they say about pressing the buttons too much in the exhibit. So what we can do is try and press buttons, I suppose. If they're talking about the benefit of the world, maybe they're not wanting this about the military tech because of the cult saying it's beneficial. So that's maybe it's one of those stupid puzzles where you had to try and press everything. I don't know, like, the game tends to be a bit obtuse with stuff. Oh, the lights are staying green, are they?
I'm pretty sure these were flown autonomously, and that's...
Okay. I mean, like, is there supposed to be an order that we do them in? I've got, like, no clue. It's obvious that there's something hidden in the museum. I've got, like, no clue what we're supposed to do. Because we know that C was making mushroom extract. We need to find an empty canister. Okay. So the only places that we haven't, we know there's something in the museum. It's probably linked to the buttons, but we don't know what it is. It's something to do with the junkyard.
Allie? Feeling rested yet?
Not really.
Let's try energizing her.
Whoa, okay, enough sitting around.
Finally, let's get out of here.
Guess they went deeper into the junk heap to play.
That's the only ability that we have which hasn't been used.
She's following me closely with her eyes, but her expression is blank. The boy looks happy up there in the robot. She's following me.
She's anxious. Why is she anxious?
She's following me closely. Cute outfit. Must have taken forever to knit.
So she's
Old
anxious.
shipping container. Cute outfit. The boy looks happy. Cute outfit.
I don't know what we're supposed to do here, folks. Like, because the game's not good. Like, I can't.
Old.
It's obviously something maybe hiding in the fridge. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna look up for hints because I'm getting. I don't want to get stuck on these things. 1 second. Okay, I looked up a guide just because I didn't want to get stuck on what we're supposed to do. Like, it was basically what I thought it was.
She's following me closely with her eyes, but her expression is blank.
Like, she's anxious, so she's worried about something. So there is something here.
A refrigerator. I don't really feel like opening it, for my nose's sake. A refrigerator.
Like, she's anxious.
She's following me closely with her eyes, but her expression is blank. She's following me closely.
Okay. We're supposed to use our special ability for something, obviously.
Hi again.
Hey there.
Hey, Walter, do you happen to have any containers for liquid nutrients?
Oh, I'm fresh out of those. Sold my last one to Maya Strand. Said she was working on a processing unit for a high-energy liquid food solution. Like people actually want to eat goo.
All right. Thanks anyway. Ever see this key before?
Nope, first time. It, looks really nice.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, so we know that the canister's somewhere in the museum, from the sounds of it. It's just going to be basically hitting numbers until we get the answer, I think.
Whoa.
So yeah, it was basically button bashing, so I don't think there would have been a way for us to figure out how to do that. Maybe looking it through the book again. I don't know, like, sometimes this game has really obscure ways of solving things.
Wow, impressive lab. There's gotta be a whole bunch of third-degree infractions in this place. Maya must have conducted her secret illegal experiments here.
Right. 1 second, folks. So about that, right.
Equations of some kind. I can't make sense of them. Various technical drawings. Some of them look similar to the womb tank. It smells awful. This must have been here since Maya was killed. This place was set up to be private. Makes sense, given the circumstances. There were a couple of tapes here. It's one of the tapes I found in Maya's secret lab. It's labeled Huldra. It's one of the tapes I found in Maya's secret lab. It's dated about 1.5 years ago. Various tools for electronics and mechanical work. This place was set up to be private. Dirty laundry, presumably Maya's. Seems like she made herself comfortable down here. Good. I think this is what I need for the womb tank. Feels empty.
Okay, so at least we got some advantage on that.
A big bucket filled with some kind of tubes. A few different machines for working with audio. Looks like I can play audio tapes here.
An AI's superintelligence would essentially be indistinguishable from a god. Infinite intelligence leads to infinite knowledge, and by extension, infinite power. Illness, suffering, even death itself could be turned into obsolete concepts. And what is a god, if not one who has reign over life and death?
Yeah, those are conduit ideas, all right.
And that's why AI is so scary. Because it would take away individuals' free will and impose upon the individual, like, unnecessary concepts. Like, if you follow the theory of why AI is dangerous.
In a dream, I was summoned by the Acer. I had been chosen to create a new god, and her name was Huldra. She would be conjured in my mind, and the creed, at long last, would become manifest. I awoke in tears, and this vision has stuck with me ever since.
This woman doesn't sound very sane.
No.
Appears to be a wireless data reader of some kind. This computer must require some kind of hardware key. I don't see how those things... A wall filled with machines. There has to be plenty of illegal technology in here. An electronic headset of some kind. Looks turned off. Herbal tea.
Okay.
All right, all filled up.
Now let's get this back and put in. Let's get back here and do this. I mean, I'm wondering why we're trying to keep the AI construct thing alive. It's pretty obvious what they're trying to do.
All right, red light gone. Must have done the trick. Looks like things are working out okay for you in there.
Come up with a name for the baby, stay professional and detached. I mean, the thing is, like, this is obviously an artificially... They're trying to make, like, a god in a machine. So come up with a name for the baby, stay professional and detached.
Makes you think, doesn't it? Seeing a baby like this?
Yeah. It reminds me of everything that happened before.
Same here. But you know, it's not too late.
It is for you, Alex.
It is?
Well, yeah. You're dead.
I am, but you're not. You still have time to make up for what we lost.
I was never material, Alex. Has tried to play the part you needed so badly. I having hard is always what I wonder. Perhaps I could go along without it. I don't know. I'd like that, but the wound's still fresh. Without you, Alex, I can't.
Without you? I can't, Alex.
Sure you can. Where's the Vera I fell in love with? She didn't need me, or anybody else.
I don't know, Alex. She must have disappeared somewhere along the way.
I hope you'll find your way back to her then.
I do too. Painful memories. I should resume my search for Katerina.
Right. So, she's obviously in the junkyard somewhere. All our clues point to her. It's just that we don't know the sequence that we're supposed to do to get the kid to basically interact with us. Maybe shock the child again, I don't know. It's basically anxious.
I don't need to get her energized.
We disconnect the moment we get near the...
A refrigerator.
Oh, so we can lock on at distance. Ooh, anomaly.
She's getting nervous when I'm walking around here. Something with this fridge? Well, well, well. A hidden switch.
Hey, no one's allowed in there.
I'm a Special Agent Kid, and my job is to go wherever I need to go to catch the bad guys. I won't harm Miss Sam, I promise. She and I just need to talk. I have no choice. I'm trying to stop a murderer, and your teacher has a lot of explaining to do. I won't harm Mrs. M, I promise. She and I just need to talk.
I won't harm Miss M, I promise. She and I just need to talk.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, how do we do this?
Can't get too close. That's really high voltage. I need to find someone who knows their way around electronics.
Okay, so we need to go... So we need to go back to the fridge door. Go out the junk heap, talk to the guy at the shack.
Looks like an apartment building.
Okay.
Hi again.
Hey there. What can I do you for?
Hey, do you know your way around electronics?
No way! He just happened to accidentally construct a store filled with robots. Let me guess, you flunked Deduction 101?
Don't mind him. Yes, I do know a thing or two about that.
Well, great. I need you to come with me to disconnect the power to a thing. A trap.
Oh, I'd love to help, but I can't leave the store like this. Got an important customer today. Why don't you check with Lisa over by the museum? She can probably help you out.
The woman who was fixing that broken power pole?
Yeah, that's her.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Okay, let's talk to the lady at the power conduit, and then we'll end the episode.
Hey, there's an electrified fence in the junk heap. Can you help disconnect it?
I'd love to, but I need to repair this breaker box here first.
Okay, but how long will that take?
Hard to say, but unless this thing miraculously fixes itself, I could be stuck here all day. Whoa, I got it! Finally! Time for a break.
Hey, there's an electrified fence in the junk heap. Can you help disconnect it?
I suppose I have nothing better to do. Lead the way. The system is kinda cranky, so I'll only be able to cut the power briefly. Wait for a window and then do your business, but don't take too long or the power will come back on.
Got it. I'll go check it out and let you know when I'm done.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, so the electric grid is down. And that's where we're going to end it for the day, Lords and Ladies. I'll see you all again next time. Good day.